sound. Yay. Hey, everybody. Maybe you can hear me, maybe you can't. Who knows? But I figured if I'm going to sketch some stuff out, I might as well go ahead and get started. And who knows? Maybe the more I do this, maybe somebody will actually show up and watch, ask questions, interact. Something cool. Who knows? All right, so since we're here, we're going to be trying to just funk around with my self-made character, my user-created character. All right. I'm going to use this light pencil, make sure we got it. All right. So, welcome to Nobody. Glad you're here. Kind of looks like a RoboCop mask. And you guys won't know what this guy looks like because I fully don't know what he looks like because I haven't quite made up everything in my head of what he looks like. But he wears this visor. He got his little nose smashed under there. All right. So we've got our guy. He's in some sort of discomfort. Kind of have an up angle. So we'll get like the bottom of the visor here. This is just excuse me. This is just trying like placeholders. We're just trying to get things, make sure the stuff looks right before we invest too much time. Oh shit. I think our mouth is too far down because if his nose was a real nose, his nose would come down to about here. So his visor comes all the way down to his nose so that we don't get like the little Batman, or like, you know how Daredevil's got, in the comics, he's got his nose poking out, but now that he's in the television show, they got it all covered up. So that's what we're doing. Working on all right. So that'll put his mouth in a good spot. So I was thinking, maybe he's sitting here and somebody's trying to hurt him. See that right there would be like his chin. So let's say maybe there's a guy with a so there's like a knife close to his face. And since our character is such a badass, Yoshi, he's trying to hold him back from hurting him. And that's causing blood to come out. Maybe something like that. So maybe a little bit more like, oh shit, what's going on? All right, that feels good. Whoops. That feels good. No questions to field. I keep checking just in case. Just in case. Don't want to be a neglectful host. All right, so this is more of like what the true penciling would be. We're just gonna, oh shit. This time we'll go in here with like a black. Still kind of roughing it out. Oh shit, not that black, we're not. We'll go back to the pencil. So now we got our knuckle. Yoshi, go somewhere else and do that. The good thing about Manga Studio or Manga Studio, I really like how easy you can tilt the monitor or tilt your surface. Tilt your paper. That's a pretty funky looking fingernail. It doesn't quite come out far enough, but Still nothing to talk about. It must just be that interesting. Well, it's not like there's a ton of people watching either, so. Oh, the long like that, it kind of makes it look like a thumb. All right, so what do we do? Shift, and we can make a. Oh, that doesn't do it. Maybe that's only in. Is Control draw the straight line? Nope. Alt. Nope. All right, it's just rough. So there's the knife that's coming at him. Nice shiny blade. I guess we'll cover that up, mostly shading, because I don't know how to draw that area. Add to follow. Oh, shit, I don't know how to follow. Let's see, if I click on your name, will it do that? Follow, Funky Turtle 13. Boom. Cool. I don't get much time to view stuff on here, but I will do my best to check some of the Funky Turtle designs because oh shit. Because I like what you do, man. My dogs need to go outside, and I'm afraid that I'm going to probably be the only one that gets to walk them, just like every other day. But all right, so he's kind of pissed. He's kind of about to get his face cut off, so he might be a little upset about that. Like I said, I started this Twitch to try to force me to do stuff that I don't normally do, stuff that I may not be good at. And if I'm going to start drawing my own book, I need to start practicing drawing stuff that I'm not good at. Because that's the stuff that you need to get good at. Because if it's the stuff you're already good at, then you don't need practice, right? I'm screaming because I'm about to cut my face off. We don't want that. Look like John Travolta. Yeah, I just jumped right in with I didn't I've never streamed anything before. I don't even know how to do anything. So I just looked up like live broadcasting how to, and they're like, "Oh, you need to get this OBS software. It's free, and it's like your little broadcasting software." I went out and bought a like a $30 camera from Walmart so that I could have the little webcam video in the corner right there. Uh, at the same time, having a screen capture because I was hoping that maybe I would be entertaining enough that people would want to see me as I make my faces. And because apparently I make faces while I do this. So get it done, man. You'll be probably won't take you any time at all to get like 500 viewers while I'm over here with nobody. I'm doing the Instagram thing wrong. I'm doing the Twitter thing wrong. I can't seem to get the following that a 13-year-old in high school has. But then again, I'm not around that many people either, so I don't ever go out. Then I tried to do one of these, and I was listening to music, and then when I took it over to YouTube, YouTube said, "Oh, you don't own the music you were listening to," and I was like, "Well, no shit." But so they muted my video, which was kind of Wallace. Wasn't real happy with that, so I was like, might as well not even. So that's why I have to wear the headphones. I'd rather not be wearing headphones. So the mask that he's wearing is metal. That's why we're trying to make it look shiny. I'm really going to have to stop so I can go walk the dog. It sucks. So does that look like a guy's about to get cut up? He's in peril. Well, thank you for the shout out. If there's anything that I can help you with within my limited means, I will do my best to return such favor, but I just don't have much going on, man. Let's see. Do you do commission work? Because I got a story about a commission that I had to do, not commission, like paid work, like outside of comic books. I had a customer ask me to do a logo to redo his landscape logo, and I was like, sure, man, that's a free 150 or that's $150. I'll take it. So if you do that, I'd share the story with you, but it'd be easier for you to identify if you also did that type of work. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out how this works or what it looks like, but think we'll end it right there. I'll probably end up changing that again later too, but the fucking razor blade. So my guy wears like the long mohawk. That's not quite the center. So the center of his face is right about here. So that's where his hair should start. Really, nobody's gonna walk him. All right. So should he be more surprised or should he just be pissed? Maybe just more pissed. Well, here's the thing. So this guy, he calls me because he went to one of the places where I get stuff printed, and the guy calls me out of the blue. Hey Brian, I got your number from the shop and wanted to get my logo redone. And he sends me a logo, and it's all Microsoft Word and stuff. And I was like, well, what elements of the logo do you want to keep? You know, do you want to keep the font? Do you want to keep the colors? What are the specifics that you want to keep? And he's like, oh man, I'll give you free reign. I trust your artistic judgment. You know, I just needed to say this, and I wanted to incorporate this leaf. I was like, all right, cool. So I do 3 different versions, you know, just like I would do with anybody. I give him some versions to choose from and say, which one would you like me to move forward with? And he's like, all right, I like this one. So I said, are you sure? He said, yep, that's the one that looks the best. And I said, okay. So I started working on it, and I finished it up. And then I said, hey man, before I take this into the final stages, why don't you ask around with your friends and, you know, ask your wife, ask your family, whatever, to make sure that this is the one you want, because this is what you're paying for. And he's like, yep, that's the one I'm paying for. I'm ready to pay. So he pays me, and I finish it up and I send it to him. And then this morning, I get a phone call saying, hey man, I talked to the wife last night, and she was really wanting one of the other ones that you sent me, not this one. And I said, okay, dude. Then he sends me another message and says she'd like for you to use the original font of my Word Perfect logo. And I said, dude, I'm gonna have to, rebill you. You're gonna make me redo all the work as if I'm starting from scratch. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, why did you come to me to get your logo redone if you want the same exact fucking logo that you had to begin with? If you didn't want an artist to do it, then you could have done it yourself. So it's very frustrating. I almost wanted to give him his money back and say, you know what, keep your $150. I just don't feel like, why ask me to do something artistic if you're not gonna. I know what looks powerful. I know what's eye catching and stuff. You just know what you're used to. So that was pretty frustrating today. And it reminds me of a conversation that I had. It used to be, what did I say? MS Word? What did I say? WordPress? I don't know. But it reminds me, I was driving behind a car and all they did, their logo was just the word written in papyrus font and some clip art, something off to the side. And I was with my buddy who's also an artist. And I was like, I wonder, someone got paid to design that logo and it looks like shit. Oh, no, it was an archery logo, archery landscape or something. And I was like, someone got paid to come up with that. I could do that. And then I got this guy's request and I did a great logo that nobody will ever see because he wanted to say, no, change this, no, change this, no, change this. And now I see how people come up with the shitty logos, even though it was done by someone who's talented. The logo is going to be shitty because the person paying for the logo didn't give the artist free reign like he should have. So I can see how that happens now. It's no longer a mystery. I thought it was a mystery. So doing client work, you're probably familiar with stories like that where you got this bomb logo that you've come up with, but they're like, well, can you change this? Can you do this to it? And you're like, well, why did you ask me to do it if you already know what you want? Because I asked you what you wanted and you didn't have any input. No input whatsoever. And now that I've gone, a day and a half deep into this, now you've got ideas. Charge more. That way I'll complain less because the money will be good. All right, nobody's walking the damn dog. I'm going to end up just taking a shit in the house. Well, no, it wasn't a question. Like, he had already paid me, though. He was calling me and asking me, hey, man, can you make this revision? I'm like, I feel bad. Like, I want to give you something that you want. Holy shit, man. Really made me work for it, though. craziest of clients for sure. Yeah, but I guess if I'm going to make money, that's how I'm going to do it. I don't get money by doing this. So that's why I'm trying to push this user created book stuff so that I can get 100% of anything that it generates. I'm going to be the artist, the writer, the colorist. Everything is all me. And because I don't have the ability to bring anybody else on board. No. I was in the back. I am on Nito Shop. Nito Shop has every one of my designs because I have some designs that are exclusive to Nito Shop. All my Paint Pal t-shirts are exclusive to Nito Shop. So I do have a Nito Shop because I just finished up my my Gwenpool and Deadpool mashup. Well, not really a mashup, more of a, I call it a pool party because it's the two of them being all sexy. Oh, the wife is vacuuming. I can hear it. See, that fucking nose doesn't look, it looks like shit. Gotta fix that shit. Shit. I've been trying to watch the stuff that Todd McFarlane's been putting online. And I watch other people ink, and I think I'm getting myself too picky. Like, those guys are really just going in there, and their end product looks good. But if you pick it apart, like I'm picking myself apart with the lines, they got to connect right here. They all got to be the same width. It doesn't work that way, man. Those guys have it down. It's the coloring. Well, I mean, granted, you have to have a great base. But a lot of it that makes it look good is the coloring, man. It's just off the chain. It's what gives it life. So if you don't have good color, a good colorist, it's just going to continue to not look as good as it should. So I'm hoping that my coloring skills get up to par for shit, man. Why is that shit all crooked? And let machines create the output. Yeah, but how fucking pissed off would you be if you embroidered it and everything, and the customer gets it and he's like, you know what? Can we make all that, a different color? I'm like, dude, I've already paid for all that thread and everything that goes into that. I've already paid for that. And now you want to change it up. Fuck. Will you walk the dogs? Bullet's barking. He's barking his ass off. Have you walked him at all today? Will you do it again, please? Because I usually, please, please, please. I don't want to. You gotta ask your fucking teenage kid to do something. Ain't done shit all weekend. wants to give you that. Can't really do that. Are you upset with me too? What is she barking at? Electra! Electra, what are you barking at? Shit. Well, that sounds like you've got quite a career. You've been doing it since '99. I don't think I've been doing anything since 1999. Are you doing this all with? No, no, no. I'm using a one of these. It's a Unuvia uh, Unuvia touchscreen digitizing tablet. It's kind of like a Cintiq, but like the cheaper version. I got it on Amazon for, what was it like? Thank you, Kyra.
No, go.
You go.
Shower and then go to sleep.
All right, you coming back down? All right, love you.
Love you.
Is everybody inside?
Yeah, she's out.
Okay. Yeah, so this isn't a mouse. This is a monitor that you can draw right on to the screen of the monitor. And before this, I had one of those like a Wacom Intios 3, which is like a digital piece of paper that you draw on, and it transfers it to your monitor. I picked one of those up, used off of eBay, for like I don't know, but it was like 2 generations old, but it did the job, and it held me over till I made enough money with T-shirts till I got this guy. I think this guy was like $600 something, which is almost like a third of the price that you'd pay for the Cintiq, the Wacom Cintiq, which is, you know, what most people want to use. Hell, I'd want to use one too. If I had to do this with a mouse, man, golly, that would suck ass. I don't even know if I'd even try it. Like, the only thing I do with a mouse, as far as like art stuff goes, is when I'm in Illustrator and I'm doing like one of those Powerpuff Girl designs. That way it'll keep all my lines even. Draw the guy. The guy, Fairnix is asking, I never understood how to start drawing. Like, do you use a template? The only template you can start with is the knowledge that you've got from doing stuff and reading, how far the eyes should be apart, how far the nose should be apart, and stuff like that. So you have to have that base of knowledge. You have to have the knowledge of, I know how to draw the human head. I know how to draw this angle. I know how to draw whatever it is you're drawing. So you start with a blank piece of paper, and then I did this sketch here because I kind of knew what I wanted to do. And then over top of that, I drew the knife. And then over that, I I kind of did my rough pencils just to make sure that everything was going to go where I wanted it to. Then you turn the rough pencils down to where you can't barely see them, and then you just start inking over top of that. That's how I do it. But I just hope that people that watch this don't try to be like, oh, well, he really knows what. No, I don't know what I'm doing. So, oh shit. So if you want to learn, I mean, I'll learn from other people, and then maybe I'll have like a hint or two to give you down the way. But I I would not be the one to look to teach because I don't know enough. That's my advice, by the way. All right, so let's see, we're in pen mode. There's where his hair starts. I fucking can't do hair. Let's see. Nothing new. Oh, let's see. I'm new to your shop, but no success yet. I just submitted my latest versions to the up and coming Batman Super as the customer is asking for another color of that afterwards. I would ask for more money for the alterations, but I gave the dude a virtual mock-up. But he, like I said, he went home and his wife said, well, I really like this one better. And I knew, that's why I said, go ask your friends and your wife and then take your time and then come back to me. I'm not going anywhere. We can do this tomorrow. No, man, I got the money now. I'm ready to pay. Okay, dude. Then I wake up to a Sunday morning phone call. Hey, man, it'd be really awesome if you could do this for me, man. The wife said she likes this other one better. And then can you put in the original font? No, I can't do the font thing, man. That's a whole new piece of work if you want to do the font thing. Never quite figured out Knuckles either. They always look like shit. I know how they work. They're I guess that'll work for now. That finger might be just a little bit big. It's a big fucking finger. Now that's a stubbier finger. Damn, man, the fucking thing's too small now. You happy now, Bullet? Yeah, looks like he's got club fucking fingers. I have to take some more tutorials on how to do fucking hands, man. I hate them. Either the guy doesn't cut his nails. God dang, man, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Fuck. I almost want to just put a glove on some bitch. That's why I don't do this shit. I don't know how. Fuck. see how that looks. So let me straighten that. That's not terrible. And for me, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. I know, but then it doesn't feel as organic if I use a reference right off of Google and then you got to sit there and wait. But like I said, I came into this not knowing exactly what I was going to draw anyway. So I guess if it was going to be like a cover or something, I would have put a little bit more forethought into it. And I would have done a little bit more research. Maybe I would have sketched it out in with pencil and paper. But yes, that is a good suggestion. Yeah, it's getting harder to see who's genuine. Now, I'm not going to say that I haven't used reference material in some of my t-shirt designs and stuff, but then there's like a lot of the sketch covers and stuff that you see people doing and sketch cards, they they look just like the image they're supposed to, which doesn't sound like a bad thing. But if you Google the image, like let's say we want to draw Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. You Google Jon Snow, you'll find the best. You'll find an image on there that's like the best pose. Like it's got him just posed, and it's the actor, whoever he is, just standing there. And then you'll look at someone's sketch cover, and it'll be the exact same pose and it'll look just like it. And you're like, there's no way. Well, I don't know that most people say that, but I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that this guy is that good at doing likenesses. And what they do is they just print out the image and then they lightbox it. And I mean, granted, they do have to sketch over top of the lightboxed image, but some of the skill that's used to do that isn't there. So you want to see a true skilled person, ask them to do a character and then specify the pose. That way they'll be doing something that they won't be able to just Google and trace. So if you're going to buy sketch cards, you're going to buy sketch covers, and you're like, man, that looks just like, Rick from The Walking Dead. Just like it. Now, do you think that guy's really that good? Or do you think that maybe he lightboxed an image of Rick Grimes and put it on the cover? Because you could do that. I would show you, but I don't have it set up right now. So that's what I ask myself. Is it almost Walking Dead time? It's almost Walking Dead time. Just doing this one today just to try to keep from getting rusty, I guess. Just trying to keep the gears moving, man. I took a lot of years off from drawing when I was in the Army and when I did police work and stuff. So there was a lot of time where I didn't do a lot. And so I had to catch up to where I was, and then now I've had to try to surpass that because apparently where I was wasn't where I remembered being. But I don't like that. Oh shit, that's the wrong line. I didn't want to just need that to be a little bit more. Oh shite. Follow adjacent pixels. Close gap. Close gap a little bit more than that. See, it doesn't quite close the gap like I want it to. I don't know what gap it's supposed to close. Where's the area scaling? There it is. That's what I want. I think that's what I want. Control Z, Control Z. All right, area scaling up to 10 pixels. That does a pretty good job. So. Well, dude, this is it's called Manga Studio. Now it's called Clip Studio Paint Studio Clip. I don't know, but they had a sale on the actual software. The software was only $15 for the holidays, and so I picked it up. And if you watch a guy called Jonathan Rector, this is all he uses, and that dude's work is phenomenal. So this is my new inking software of choice. So there's my picture of Baku so far. Nothing spectacular, just knocking off the dust. Maybe if I get bored tomorrow, I'll work on it again. We'll see. But I have been writing Baku issue 0. I'm actually writing the story, and then I'm gonna use that one issue to try to do a Kickstarter to knock off the whole graphic novel, a whole big block story of Baku and who he is and what he's all about. So, thank Funky Turtle. Here's my latest design. Oh, let's see what Funky Turtle's latest design is. Now, see, that's hot. That's hot. See, we just come over here just so everybody can see it. Oh, let me get it off of this. Where'd I go? All right, so now I'm here. Got a new layer. Edit. Paste. Oh, where'd it go? Edit. Free transform. So this is Funky Turtle's latest design he wanted to show me. I like that. I'm not quite sure what it is. I mean, it's obviously a super dog and a Batman. Oh, Superman, Batman. Gotcha. But yeah, looks great. Thanks for sharing, Funky Turtle and Pheronix. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank anyone else that watches this later. Check me out on Facebook and all that other cool stuff. And in the meantime, y'all be cool, man. Check in.